What I always appreciated about the teachers that I had were the connections that they made with their students. And that's something I try to impress upon my own students now is, and there's a quote that I love, the teacher, the students are not going to care what you know until they know that you care. And that's what drives me. I feel like it's about making meaningful relationships with my students and respecting my students and showing them that I care about who they are as people outside of the classroom as well as inside of the classroom, because I think once you have that connection and that relationship, then you can really work together. And it's not about me being the expert, it's about me being the one who's guiding them along the way and opening their eyes to new things and new ways of seeing things and new ways of teaching. And I think it's helping them to see that there was this way that I experienced things as a student, but that doesn't mean that I have to be that way as a teacher, and that there are other things I can do. But I think ultimately it comes down to that relationship that you build with your students. Teaching was one of those things I always knew I wanted to do from the time I was a kid. And when I got here and started that journey of actually taking the classes and studying education, it started to get really exciting for me. And I had the fortune when I was a student of being a student worker in the education department. And so I worked really closely with Peggy Redmond and John Roseman and Tom McGuire, and they were people who were, I just really connected with them. I had that connection with them in the classroom and outside of the classroom, and they were part of what made me so excited to go into teaching. I found it really easy to connect with them, and I felt like they really helped guide me and shape me, and it was easy to see, how so many students felt that connection with them the same way that I did. They just seemed to connect with people. I think the Laverne experience is present in my classroom in a lot of ways. I think the first is through the communication and collaboration with other students and with other faculty. We in the class try to bring in other faculty members to interact with students through giving feedback on their work. And then we also emphasize, there's a big component of the Laverne experience that deals with community engagement and service, and so we talk about that as well, and what that means for them as future teachers, and ways that they're going to be engaged with a community, which for them is going to include the students that they work with, but also the parents and the other teachers, and how to really try to build that sense of collaborating with those around you so that you can all be successful together.